people die.
Strange. We're done running.
The Marvel Cinematic Universe has been building toward monumental moments ever since the first Iron Man film launched the franchise into the mainstream over a decade ago. Each phase has introduced new heroes, deeper lore, and increasingly complex multiverse concepts, and all roads now appear to lead to one of the most highly anticipated entries in Marvel's lineup: Avengers: Secret Wars. As the culmination of the Multiverse saga, Secret Wars is not just another Avengers film, it's the crescendo of years of storytelling, multiversal threads, and character arcs that have spanned countless films and shows. The excitement surrounding this film is nothing short of electric, and fans are eager to see how the MCU will bring to life one of the most ambitious crossover events in comic book history. At the heart of Secret Wars lies the concept of the multiverse, realities crashing into one another, alternate versions of beloved characters emerging, and universes facing annihilation unless someone or some group intervenes. This opens the door to a cinematic spectacle that not only raises the stakes, but also provides an opportunity to revisit characters thought long gone and introduce even more from the vast Marvel canon. As the multiverse saga unfolds, especially through entries like Loki, Spider-Man, No Way Home, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, the groundwork for Secret Wars has been meticulously laid. The multiversal chaos seen in these projects makes it increasingly clear that the Marvel Cinematic Universe is preparing to bring countless worlds together for one colossal battle. Audiences have already been teased with variants, alternate versions of familiar characters, with wildly different origins, personalities, and allegiances. The stage has been set for something unprecedented, a collision of worlds where heroes and villains from across the multiverse are forced to clash, cooperate, and survive. With Jonathan Majors portraying Kang the Conqueror and his many variants, including the formidable Victor Timely and the more dangerous Immortus, the threat to the multiverse has never felt more real. While there have been production uncertainties around Kang's future in the MCU, the character remains central to the storyline that leads to Secret Wars, as his manipulation of time and reality becomes increasingly reckless and uncontainable. Secret Wars promises to deliver on the grandeur and emotional weight that made Avengers: Endgame a cultural phenomenon. Where Endgame brought together a decade of heroes to face off against Thanos, Secret Wars elevates this concept by introducing not just one universe of characters, but potentially dozens. Imagine seeing Hugh Jackman's Wolverine fighting alongside Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, or alternate versions of Iron Man and Captain America leading squads of multiversal heroes into battle. The possibilities are virtually endless, and fans are speculating over which legacy characters will return, how they'll be reintroduced, and what their roles will be in the overarching conflict. In the comics, Secret Wars was a storyline about worlds colliding, specifically the creation of Battleworld, a patchwork planet composed of fragments from multiple realities ruled over by Doctor Doom. This idea may be adapted for the MCU with the Beyonder or a variant of Kang potentially, stepping into Doom's role as the central godlike antagonist. It's still unclear how faithful Marvel Studios will remain to the source material, but given their track record, it's safe to assume the spirit of Secret Wars will remain intact, even if the execution deviates to fit the cinematic continuity. There's also intense speculation about who will lead the Avengers this time around. With the original team mostly retired, gone, or deceased, newer heroes are expected to rise to the occasion. Sam Wilson as the new Captain America, Peter Parker coming into his own as Spider-Man, and perhaps even Shuri's Black Panther could form the new core team. Other characters like Doctor Strange, Captain Marvel, Shang-Chi, and the Scarlet Witch, should she survive her presumed fate, are likely to play crucial roles in navigating the threats of the multiverse. The young Avengers, hinted at in multiple recent projects, may also find themselves unexpectedly thrown into the fray, adding a layer of generational contrast to the struggle. And what about the Fantastic Four and the X-Men? With their introductions imminent in the MCU, it seems inevitable that they'll be central players in Secret Wars. The Fantastic Four have long been tied to multiversal storylines, especially with Reed Richards often portrayed as one of the few minds capable of understanding and confronting such threats. The inclusion of characters like Charles Xavier, Magneto, and possibly even Deadpool especially with his upcoming multiverse-hopping sequel, could provide Secret Wars with an ensemble unlike anything previously seen in superhero cinema. Then, there's the emotional weight. Avengers. Secret Wars isn't just about action, it's about resolution, redemption, and the consequences of choices made across infinite realities. Fans may finally get closure for storylines that felt unfinished or abrupt. The return of Robert Downey Jr.'s Tony Stark, even if only as a variant, could provide a powerful moment of catharsis. Likewise, seeing Chris Evans as an alternate version of Captain America or Scarlett Johansson as a multiversal Black Widow could allow for meaningful goodbyes or unexpected reunions. These appearances, if handled with care and narrative purpose, could offer some of the most emotionally resonant scenes in the MCU to date. The stakes are not just cosmic, they're personal, intertwined with the memories and journeys of characters fans have grown up with. Additionally, with the multiverse in chaos, reality itself could be rewritten. This gives Marvel Studios the unique opportunity to reshape its universe moving forward, merging realities, rewriting fates, and crafting a new status quo post-Secret Wars. In many ways, the film could function as both an end and a beginning, closing the chapter on the Infinity Saga era while launching a new phase that reflects a reshaped Marvel universe. What's also fascinating is how Marvel is handling the scale of this project behind the scenes. Secret Wars is expected to be massive, not just in terms of cast size, but also in budget, production complexity, and narrative ambition. With potential appearances from dozens of characters across multiple timelines and realities, the logistical challenge of producing such a film is unprecedented. The Russo brothers, who directed both Infinity War and Endgame, have expressed interest in returning for Secret Wars, and fans have speculated endlessly about whether they'll be the ones to helm the project. Their return would certainly add weight to the production, as their ability to balance large ensemble casts and deliver emotional payoffs is well documented. Regardless of who directs, the film will need a visionary approach to balance spectacle with story, ensuring that the emotional beats aren't lost amid the multiversal chaos. Moreover, as the MCU explores more mature and complex themes, Secret Wars presents an opportunity to delve into philosophical questions about identity, destiny, and the nature of reality. What does it mean to be a hero when there are infinite versions of you? How do characters cope with the idea that their universe is just one of many, possibly insignificant in the grand scheme of things? These existential dilemmas, woven into a high-stakes narrative, could elevate Secret Wars from a blockbuster event to a thoughtful meditation on legacy and sacrifice. The technical aspects of the film are also worth considering. With advancements in CGI, digital de-aging, and motion capture, Marvel now has the tools to bring to life scenes that were once thought impossible. From interdimensional battles that span planets to intricate sequences where timelines fold in on themselves, the visual language of Secret Wars is likely to redefine what's possible in the superhero genre. The sound design, the musical score, and the editing will all play crucial roles in immersing audiences in a story that bends the rules of time and space. Michael Giacchino or Ludwig Göransson might return to score the film, and whoever takes Ace Ho on that responsibility will need to craft a theme that encapsulates the magnitude of the multiverse. Expect a blend of new compositions and reprises of iconic themes from previous films, each musical cue a callback to the moments that brought us here. The emotional pull of the soundtrack could serve as a through line amidst the visual complexity, anchoring the film in familiarity while it explores uncharted territory. Marketing for Secret Wars will be another spectacle altogether. As the film draws nearer, expect a rollout unlike anything Marvel has done before. Teasers will likely hint at returning favorites, while full trailers could showcase mind-bending action sequences and dramatic reunions. Merchandise, tie-in comics, video games, and possibly even interactive fan experiences will all contribute to the cultural moment. The film's release could become a global event, reminiscent of the build-up to Endgame but on an even larger scale. With fans from every generation invested in the outcome, the film has the potential to unite audiences across the globe in a shared celebration of superhero storytelling at its finest. Marvel will likely use Secret Wars as a springboard to usher in new properties and perhaps even reboot or realign existing ones. Whether that means reintroducing the X-Men in a cohesive way launching new franchises, or concluding long-running arcs, the aftermath of Secret Wars will shape the next decade of Marvel films. In this sense, the film isn't just the end of a saga, it's a pivot point.